Thanks for tuning in to this episode of I Have Something to Say, where subject matter experts are unafraid and unapologetic about sharing their perspectives regarding issues that impact our lives. They speak up because basically they give a shit. So if you're tired of canned answers and want to finally hear real people cut through the BS and talk about real issues, this is the podcast for you. I'm your host, Sami Heyman Marrero from Urbender, and behind our mixer is our producer, Chris Majoka from UdoU. Hi, everyone. I am very happy to invite to the program today by way of our producer, Chris Majoka, who's always meeting amazing people when he's out and about. And now we made a new friend, and today we have Patricia Kayser. She's the founder of Autism and Music, and it's a nonprofit organization that was first founded in Miami, but you're expanding, and I'm so excited to learn about the work that you're doing. Thank you so much, Patricia, for joining us today. Bienvenida.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you, Chris, for introducing ourselves and giving me the space to talk about autism and music. Thank you so much.
Yes, I think it's brilliant what you created to really, honor and support and love on your brother, because this was all inspired by your love for music, obviously, because you're a singer-songwriter and a musician yourself, but then also for your love, unbreakable and unconditional love for your brother, Chris. Tell me how first you got into music and how you connected those two dots, between yeah.
You know what's funny? It was the other way around. I never played an instrument in my life before I realized that my brother liked music. I have a cousin. We have a cousin that plays the guitar. He has a home studio, and one day we were at his house and pretty much hanging out, and then I realized Chris was at the studio just hanging out with my cousin and just super extremely into the music. I'd never seen him so happy with something before. He was, having eye contact with him. He stayed there for like more than 30 minutes, which was something unusual for him. And that's the moment I was like, you know what, there's something awesome going on here. And that's the moment I went and bought my first guitar, the cheapest guitar I could at that moment. It was just like, I just want to know what's behind the power of music, and basically I started learning some chords on my own and in the computer, and it was amazing because Chris started doing things that he never did before. For example, he came to my room and he pointed at the guitar like he never pointed at something before, for example. And to me, that was huge. And I can see it in his face because he doesn't have a verbal communication, but he can definitely talk to us through other ways. So he told me, I love this, sister, keep coming. So keep it coming. So then that's when I started volunteering at his school and realized that it was not only awesome for my brother, but also for other kids like him. That so the teachers will say things like, wow, this kid had never sat down for more than 5 minutes, and now he's doing this activity for more than 20 minutes. I can't believe it. He's having so much fun. Also, I had someone that had never, he didn't have a verbal communication, and he started singing, which was so amazing for the teacher. It's the first time I hear his voice. So it was like powerful things that, were signals for my heart to be like, you know what, this is my mission in life. I have this talent, which is to help out and be a bridge for these kids to be able to experience the power of music, and also to enhance their quality of life in different ways, to practice social skills, motor skills, cognitive skills, communicative skill. Like it was just
so then that's what the nonprofit does. It's not just play music, it really engages the youth, right? And is it all ages, or is it just young people? Okay.
No, with our slogan, it's we are one, which means that all of us should take care of each other,
Yeah.
no matter age, race, ethnicity,
Faith,
where you're
yeah,
from,
faith, gender
age,
identity, nothing.
faith,
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing. It does not matter. We are one, and we need to include everyone and learn from each other. So that's why I loved about this activity. So from that moment on, I founded Autism in Music, which has the mission to help to enhance the quality of life of individuals with autism and other special needs through the power of music. And
Yeah.
our main program is the Autism and Music Hangouts, which is pretty much inclusive activities that we do where we have an itinerary of super fun things, mainly music, art, and we've incorporated yoga and other cool things as well. But the main thing is
Cool.
music. And this is an inclusive space for these people to come and hang out, have fun through music, socialize with other families, and not only for kids with autism or special needs, but other families who also want their kids to be involved in activities that are inclusive, that they can learn from each other. Because
Yeah.
I'm a mom as well, and I do definitely believe on the importance of talking to our kids about kids with special needs and how we can include them rather than being bullies and all those things.
Mhm.
Because the thing
Yeah.
is, when the kids are not exposed or don't have the awareness, then
Mm-hmm.
they can go and make fun because they haven't been taught. So I do believe that this is very special because it includes everyone, every kid that wants to be in an inclusive space to, pretty much just have fun and open their hearts to receive and give.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And now with the guitar, you mentioned that the first instrument you bought was the guitar. Now I understand your logo. Can you show me your logo? Because I love
Yeah,
the
of
shirt.
course. So this is
Yeah.
our logo, which is the guitar and the puzzle piece. So this is
Yes.
how we started. I started with the puzzle piece is known for autism, and also
Yes.
the guitar. It's how
Yeah.
I started all this.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah. And your
I
t-shirt. You have your t-shirt. I'm gonna buy
yeah,
one because I
I
want it.
have I have the
I
t-shirts
love
and
it.
they
I
are
think
for sale.
yeah.
They are on our website, autismandmusic.org, and also you can buy them through Instagram or Facebook. So
That's awesome. I
thank you
love
so
it.
much.
Love it. Love it. I think it's brilliant. I think
Thank you
it's
so much.
it feel yes, it fills a void. And that's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of nonprofit work is done out of what we were talking about earlier, love for sometimes community, for a passion point that we have, but in this case it's love for your brother, which is like the
Yes,
most amazing, like unconditional love that one can have, right? For our loved ones. And I think
100%.
it's so freaking awesome that you said,
Thank you
you know
so
what?
much.
I don't know anything about music. I don't, but this works and this fills him up with such joy. And
Yes,
yeah, then I'm gonna go for it. And so
it's
I
incredible.
know, I know that there's an age difference there, right? So how old was Chris
Yeah,
when you noticed this? And then how quickly were you able to kind of devise this framework, right? To
yeah.
to make an
So
impact not only in his life but in other people's lives too.
yeah, that's a great question. So Chris and I have 10 years apart. We are 10 years apart. So when he was born, I was 10. So
Mm-hmm.
he was always like my kid, He was, I don't know, I took care of him since the
Mm-hmm.
moment he was born. We always had the most special connection. And I was the one who mainly understood him, the one who he would do things, I don't know, our whole family, we're four brothers in total, and my parents are together still and alive, and I'm so glad for that. We're all a very close family, and we're all, my parents taught us to be very inclusive with Chris, super loving, respect the way he is. I never saw my parents say anything bad about the situation, or like, it was always like, we'll make it work. And that I think was the how it what made me be the way that I am as well, because of
Mm-hmm.
how they reacted to the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris and I had a really special and we still have it. It's
Yeah.
amazing. One of the things, for example, the blood test. He's unable to do a blood test unless I'm there with my guitar playing the guitar
Oh,
for him.
wow.
So I literally take my guitar to every time he has labs to help him and to calm him down so you can tell there that we have a really strong connection. And he's done so much for me. Just he teaches me every single day how to be how to live the present moment, how to
Mm.
enjoy the little things, how to be happy and genuine and authentic and all these things. So the least I can do for him is what I'm doing. And he
Mhm.
also made me realize that I have a talent in music, and I started obviously
I know. So
that,
then it's like
but I
you're
also
tapping
started my
into,
band.
yeah, how was that? I mean, because a lot of people
Crazy.
say, "Oh, wow, they admire," but how old were you when you started exploring your creative talents? I mean to go from nada, from nothing, to then now this being the
Yeah.
center of your world, right? Music.
Yeah, so I started with the music when I was like I was 20, and then when I
Wow.
was 23, I found it out in my music. So it was like a process
Wow.
of like 3 years where I kind of, I'm telling you, I was so embarrassed of playing the guitar, even in front of my parents. I would close the door because I never in my life sang or played the guitar, and I was so embarrassed. I would close the door and be like, "Chris, come here," and we'll just do
Uh-huh.
ourselves. But honestly, I never thought in my life. But he made me realize that, I have a voice through the music, and all the songs I've written have always been songs or positive lyrics. There are things that have to do with love, with respect for nature, with
Yeah.
for the family, so all these things. So yeah, I was 23 when I founded Autism in Music, and you have no idea how many people told me finding a nonprofit is so hard. It's too
It
hard.
is.
It's so
Yeah.
complicated. Don't do it. You're young. Focus on other things, or just do it on the side. But I honestly had something, an intuition, and I always have had this, and I really follow my heart, even if it's crazy for others. But I do really follow my heart, and it was telling me, like, this is something serious. It's not like a one activity thing. It's something that we need to put a name on, a slogan. All the legal side of it, and I went to it, and in the way, because it was from the heart, I found amazing people that are part of our team and have helped us expand and host more than 60 events from the moment we
Wow.
started. And we've had support from the Grammys, from so many different people, and it's continues growing and continues it's growing, and every moment, because I
Yeah.
believe that just by any conversation like this one, it grows
Yeah.
because we're expanding the message, and there's people who want to support us, and it's just amazing.
That's fantastic. And so when did you say, okay, we've got a band? Because I know you have the band Palmer de Tu, ¿verdad?
Palmar
De Lu,
de Lu,
Palmer
yes.
de Lu, yeah. And so,
So
yeah, because it's
yeah,
like this
it's
is
it's
like
like
all of these components
I was
that,
like,
yeah, uh-huh,
yeah, you know what, that he opened a whole gateway in my
yeah,
heart, in my life, and I started, writing songs. It was all very, very slow. It was something that I just kept it in my house. Honestly, I never played anywhere until, my friends, my cousins will come to my house, and I'll be like, "Hey, listen to the song," and I'll start playing. They'll be like, "Wow, it's amazing."
yeah,
And I'm like, "Really?" and
yeah,
and and they kept, motivated me. So I kind of started, I started meeting people who were musicians as well. We started doing like jamming sessions, and
yeah,
I began, playing my songs outside, and people really started liking it until I met my husband, Danny. The day I met him, we wrote like 5 songs together. It was just
mm,
impressive. And from that point on, then we got together. And he had his own music project, and I had my own. But I'm a really family oriented person.
Mhm.
And we were thinking, like, if you have your own music band and I have my own music band, we're gonna be like touring around the world. But you're gonna be in, I don't
Yeah.
know, in Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna be, I don't know, in Ecuador, and we're never gonna be able to like really be
Yeah.
together as a family.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's try something together. Like, let's join forces, pretty much, do what we love, and see how it works. Because it's not easy, let me tell you, because it's hard. It's not easy working with your husband and
Oh, I know, because I
you
work
know,
with my husband. So, girl,
yeah, it's
I know
not
what you're
easy,
talking about.
but it's worth it. For us, it's
Oh,
worth
it
it
is.
because we
Yes.
get to spend
Yeah.
so much
It
time
is.
together. We are in the you're in the stage together, singing together. We get out of there, we just hug each other like, I'm so glad you're here and we're doing this together. And it has worked out because
Yeah.
I don't know, when you do things from the heart, things just
Yeah.
flow like that.
Yeah.
So now it's been, we started Palmar de Lu 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and we are now releasing our first album. We've released 3 songs now, and there
Nice.
are,
That's awesome.
yay! I want you to hear them.
Yes,
You're gonna love
yes,
them.
I do. Well, you're gonna
It's
play a song for us before we
well,
leave.
yeah. I'm
Yes,
gonna play.
we'll close. We'll close with a
Okay, we
nice
can do
with a
that.
song. Yeah. Okay, great.
Although the song that I could play that I think will be good for this moment is a song I wrote for my brother. The first song I ever wrote, which is "I Am Your Voice," is the first
Oh
song
my
I
God,
wrote
it's
to for my brother, and it's
mm,
very special to me. And I think that's
yeah.
the right song to
Oh,
share with you today.
beautiful,
Wow.
beautiful.
But yeah,
And then Palmar de Lu, tell us why. And I love that you're so that you're also touching upon like the environment, because that's what Palmar de Lu, it was inspired by that and
yes,
by the next generation, because I know that it's tied
yes.
into your child, right? Your daughter.
Yeah, I,
Hmm.
I have a really, I live a really, I try at least to live a very conscious life. I
Yeah.
have a very conscious lifestyle. I meditate, we do yoga, we're vegan. We don't, we left animal products like 5 years ago, and we're doing the recycling, try not to use plastic, and all these little things that have helped us in our own life, in our own process. Everyone has their own
Hmm.
process to that more conscious lifestyle, or so I do. This is a very strong thing for us. So with Palmar de Lu, we want to, for the people that are like, oh, who are these artists behind this music? And it's
Hmm.
not only like, oh yeah, look at this pretty face. It's more like there's just people who are living a conscious lifestyle that can maybe inspire others to have also a more conscious lifestyle, or help out others and learn from each other, because we're all about community.
Yeah.
We are all about learning from each other, sharing our experiences. Like, the more the better. The We are one. We can.
Yeah.
So that's why the name of Palmar de Lu is Palmar, which comes from palm, which is the nature side of it, and
Yeah.
de Lu means, Lu is our daughter Lucia. We call her Lu. So Palmar
Mhm.
de Lu
Yeah.
it has a very strong meaning, and we loved it. And it was like, we started brainstorming for names, and we were like, this one or that one or this one.
Yeah.
And then when Palmar de Lu came, we were like, oh,
Yeah.
Palmar
I
de
love
Lu is
it.
it.
I knew there was a special meaning to it, right?
Definitely.
And I love that you tied in all of these things that are very meaningful to you. But I got to tell you something. As much as you've done this, right? For Chris, your brother,
Yes.
look what you got in return too, right? What he's done for you. I
Imagine.
I got to tell you something. So I think that a lot of people live life just getting on that hamster wheel and the rat race or whatever you want to call it, right? To find fulfillment, to
Yes.
find or to realize this definition of success that we've been fed, right?
Hmm.
To and then you reach a certain level. I think it's when you have kids and stuff. And I'm speaking from my experience.
No, it's
When you
happened to
have
me too.
kids and stuff, yeah, that you're like, oh my God, there has to be more to this, right? There has to be
Yes.
more. I want to live a life of purpose. I'm like, what is my why? And all of that. And I got to tell you, what a blessing, okay, to have had your brother in your life and to have him still, right?
Yes.
To
Yes.
to provide your sense of purpose from a very young age. I mean, that
Totally.
you can live your life. Really, look, I just got chills because I feel
Yeah.
like I found my purpose more like in my early 40s, right? I'm 51
Hmm.
now, you
Hmm.
know? And so I always try to do things right and stuff like that. But I mean, like, really trying to dig deep and try
Yeah.
to learn, who the hell am I? What really does matter to me? What
Yes.
what is legacy, right? Or what it's not even about being on the cover of the thing, right? It's just about what do when I'm not here anymore, right?
Yeah.
What who did I impact, even if it's just one
Yes.
person? What good
Yes.
did I do, right? And
Totally.
for you to have had that gift of knowing so early on, I think it's just wow. Really,
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
so grateful for that, and it's nice that you're touching that point because I definitely think that I was lucky to find that purpose in life at such a young age. Because while I was 23 and starting my nonprofit, my friends at that time were like partying all day, and it's not to compare. It's just to be grateful that I was lucky enough to be able to find that path. So from
yeah,
that point on, life it has more purpose because it's like, is this taking me towards that vision that I have, that I haven't
yeah,
shared yet with you? I have a
yeah,
vision, a
yeah. Well, so
pretty
what
strong
is it? Yeah,
vision.
what is your
A
vision?
vision My vision with autism and music is to open a place like a sanctuary, like the autism and music sanctuary, and open and have classes from Monday to Friday: music class, art class, yoga, planting, all these different
Ay,
activities
Dios
for
mío.
for that are inclusive, but that are there every single day. That for anyone who wants to come and be in an inclusive space, because how I was telling you before, it's important not to be like, "Good, this is only for kids with autism," or "No, this is only for kids with Down syndrome." This is for
Right,
everyone who wants to be in an inclusive environment, and the people who will be the leaders there, I will make sure that these people are prepared to be inclusive, respectful, loving, and all these values that autism music has.
yeah.
So I want to open this place for these activities, but also for them to have a place to perform the music. So having like a stage type of thing, so everything they're learning, they kind of showcase as well.
Oh, yes, I love
Also,
it.
but definitely to be in a place with nature.
Yeah.
I love that connection with nature, trees, being outside. So if someone out there wants to support us on this, please, you're welcome to join us.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, you
We
already put it. I know you've put it out there, and you just need to claim it, and it's gonna happen.
Yes, I
It's
know for a
gonna
fact that
totally
it's gonna
happen.
happen, and it's gonna happen in one place first, and then this is gonna be in different cities around the world
Yes,
because it's
yes,
needed. It's needed for the world, for humanity,
yes,
not only for these
yes,
kids.
yeah.
Everyone needs to be able to be, well, first of all, there's not enough inclusive spaces for them. So I'm thinking, my
Mm.
brother 10 years ago was thinking, what's going to happen with Chris when he finishes school? That luckily
Yeah,
he's in the United States where he can be in an inclusive school. But what
right,
happens when he's done with school? What is he
right,
gonna how is he gonna find a meaningful purpose, a meaningful life, if there's nowhere where he can go and have fun, hang out, and learn things that is an
right,
inclusive space?
right.
So I'm not talking about therapy. Therapy is great and is needed, but I'm talking about recreational things for the
Yeah,
heart, things
yeah,
that are gonna. So we can even provide jobs for kids and for jobs in this place. We can
yeah,
provide, spaces, to talk about different topics for parents,
yeah,
all these things. So that's why I'm telling you that this is huge. It's not,
yeah,
and I'm just going step by step. I'm not rushing into things either,
yeah.
because I got frustrated a few years ago, and I was like, you know what? You're doing everything you can. Live the present moment, and that's when Chris reminds me, hey, live the moment right now. We're doing
Yeah.
everything we can right now, and
Yeah.
when the moment comes, that's gonna happen. But we're walking towards it, so it's easier
Yeah.
for me to have a vision.
Yeah.
And every decision that I make is like, is it taking me towards a vision or not? So
Yeah.
that's why that's when I found myself lucky and grateful
Yeah.
from the moment I realized that I have this mission, because I have the vision as well, and it's easier to take decisions in life, you know.
Yeah,
Sorry, I get
absolutely. And
passionate
what
about it, and I can talk about it all day. So
yeah,
I'm
no, no, no,
gonna
that's
shut
great.
up.
Now, question, so what does your family say now? You know?
My family is so supportive. They are amazing. My parents are the first people to be there in every single event, the last ones to leave. My parents are, my brothers are amazing as well. They're just not in Miami, so they're
Yeah,
not able
yeah,
to attend to all the events, for example. But my brothers are all awesome. They support me. They of course, we share the same brother and the same love for him,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and the way we were raised, it's like
yeah,
they know it's
yeah.
meaningful. So
That's great. And so then now you moved to Orlando, so you're
yeah.
gonna have a presence here. We need to talk more.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's
So
great.
yeah, so I moved to Orlando mainly because I wanted somewhere more quiet. I was in Miami, and Miami
Yeah,
is getting, it's always been crazy, but now it's a little crazier with the whole COVID and people moving from everywhere to Miami,
yeah,
and it's always been a
hmm,
party city, and I'm not vibing with it right now.
yeah,
I wanted a house, I wanted a space for the family,
yeah.
I wanted to be close to nature, and I
And you
heard
wanted to expand, and you
and I
wanted to
wanted to
expand.
expand.
Yes,
Yes, 100%. I
yeah,
wanted to expand our movement. So we've
yes,
done 8 years in Miami now. Okay, now what's next?
yes,
So now we're here, and now I'm trying to network, talk about what we're doing.
yeah,
I have a couple networking events I'm attending in the next couple days, and it's all to talk about autism and music and see how people want to get involved.
yes.
And that's so I
Well,
thank
I'm
you.
hooked. I'm hooked. I love it. Love
Thank
it.
you
We're
so much.
actually working on a project that's anchored in the arts. So we'll talk offline and
Awesome.
yeah. And so just a lot. And so you have an event coming up on August
Yes.
21st.
Yes.
It's
So
the
August
Autism
21st,
and
we're
Music
having,
Festival, right? The
yes,
Autism and Music Festival. It's
yes.
it, it's virtual.
Yes, it's so we've always we want to do besides the autism and music hangouts, which are the main our main thing we do. Are always finding for ways to do awareness. So we've done
Yeah.
awareness campaigns, and we've done a few different things, which are awesome. And now the new awareness type of campaign we're doing, and it's also an event, is our Inclusion Fest.
Ah,
Basically, this is
yes.
a virtual concert, and it is
Okay.
to invite different bands who support our movement. And
Got it.
some of the bands are bands who have individuals with special capabilities. For example, we have two confirmed bands that are, one of them is called Ivan y sus amigos. It's an Argentinian band, and
Mm-hmm.
their percussionist is Ivan, and he has Asperger's
Mm-hmm.
or autism, and they're gonna be part of the band, and it's
Great.
awesome because their band also is doing a huge movement of inclusion, because it's
Yeah.
all of the other members they don't have autism. It's just him, and
Yeah.
it's awesome that he's able to do that, and it's
Yeah.
inspiring for other people, because they can be like, hey, my kid has, I don't know, autism or Asperger's or Down syndrome or anything, and he likes music. Look, this he was able to do it, to make it, to have a band.
Yeah.
Maybe my kid can do it too,
Yeah,
and
totally.
definitely can. And then the other band is called Aspi Band, and is a band from Ecuador. They all have Asperger's, and it's
Okay.
awesome. They're a beautiful band. They're doing something amazing for inclusion as well in Ecuador. So the purpose of this is to have a platform so that these bands can have where to showcase their talents, and
Yeah.
also for other people to show their support for the organization, and for the movement of inclusion.
Yeah.
So for example, we're gonna have a band that are very supportive to our organization, and they're also gonna play a couple songs. We're gonna have Obi Bermudez is a really good friend
Oh
of
yes,
ours.
I know Julian
Yeah, you
Bermudez.
know, he's from your, de
Yes,
tu
of
tierra.
course.
He's a great
Yes.
friend and he's a great supporter. And he's also going to send out a song and a message, for people. So it's all about, having this online platform and online
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
where we're going to showcase different bands. It's going to be cool in the music side, but also it's going to be something with a profound message of inclusion.
Yes, and of education and inclusion and awareness. Yeah, so it's the
Yes.
Autism and Music Inclusion Fest, and it's
Yes.
on Saturday, August 21st. I'm so
Yes.
excited. And
Yeah, so
so
we're releasing today. We're releasing our flyer with the tickets
okay,
and
oh
all
yeah,
that.
so
So
we're gonna include that
we'll include
information
that.
when we
Awesome.
Chris, I know he's behind the scenes recording this. So make sure you include the flyer, okay, as we're talking.
Got it.
Got it.
Great.
Good. Thank
That's good.
you. So yeah, this is awesome. I'm really so thankful that we met. Welcome to Orlando. You
Thank
know,
you so
this
much.
is a happening place. It's not as, busy as Miami, but that might be a good thing.
It's
And
beautiful. The people I've
thank
met in the last 6 months are just wow,
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Everything that has
And
happened since I made that
I'm
leap of
excited to
faith,
meet you. Yeah,
because
I'm
it's like
excited to
I
meet
came
you.
here, I knew nobody. I
Yeah,
I was like coming into like an unknown place, unknown
yeah,
air, getting out of my comfort zone because in
yeah,
Miami, I have my family, I have friends. I lived 10 years in Miami.
yeah.
So I kind of got out of my comfort zone, but that's the moment where magic happens.
Yes,
So that's
absolutely.
when I met the people I've met now, and things are happening, and I'm
Yeah,
just so thankful and grateful and open to for
yeah.
things to happen. My
Yeah,
heart is
this is it's just full. This is exciting. So I'm really I can't wait to meet you in person. There's an event on August 6th. It's an outdoor like
okay.
first Friday event and I'll anyway,
Send me
you'll
the
be
information
yes.
because I'm
Yes,
all
I
into
can't wait. I just
networking,
can't
going to
wait.
activities,
Yeah.
doing things together. Let's do
Yes,
it.
absolutely. And this event has to do with the arts too. Yeah, and the
Awesome.
grassroots community. So I think it's going to be a really good thing. So I'm
I'll be there.
excited. But
Mm.
that being said, I need a taste. I need a taste of the music that you create. And so, yeah, I would
Luckily,
love
I have my
to hear the
baby
song.
here.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be a mess after this, but yeah.
So let's see. Let me make sure we're on tune.
This is awesome. So, yeah, so you tapped into this unknown gift, which is your music talent. Yeah.
And I had no idea all the things that were behind this autism
Yeah.
in music. I had no idea. I mean, not that I have, I mean, I felt it. I
Yeah.
just didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I felt it in my intuition and in my heart that this was the way.
Yeah.
Because I could have been, doing so many other things, but rather I was meeting with people to host like inclusive activities and doing
Yeah.
something completely different from the people who was around me. But at the same time, I was creating something for the people
Yeah.
around me
Yeah.
that got them into it. They were like, "Let's
Yeah.
do it," and then they were like, "Let's keep doing it." And
Yeah.
wow,
That's awesome. And then you meet your husband
and he's a musician
and
and we
he's
connected
into
because
it
of
and he's
that.
like, "Yeah,
So,
let's do
and
this."
he's
So it
been
wasn't yeah.
amazing, supportive.
Yeah.
The best person that I can ever think of is
Yeah.
him, and he's completed my whole thing and taken it to the next level because he's
That's awesome.
creative, supportive, and all these things, and have given
Yeah.
me so many ideas, and he's always
Yeah.
there for me.
That's
And
fantastic.
and then I have my beautiful daughter Lucia, which is what
Yeah.
completes my whole purpose in life.
Mhm.
Okay, so um, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did a TED talk.
Mm-mm.
I'm in, and talked about the story about autism in music and how I started and all this, and I performed this song, which is it's called "I Am Your Voice." It's a very special song to me. It's the first song I wrote to Chris, And yeah, if we can if I can share with you, it would be amazing.
Please. Yes,
Thank
I
you so
would love
much.
that. Yes.
Hey there with the big black eyes, I love the way you smile. And I don't know what I'll do without you. Since the moment that you put your feet in my street, I couldn't let you leave. You became my avenue. I kinda knew I was lonely until I found you. I learned the color of love. That smiling means hello. Standing in the door, please don't go. I learned the color of love. That smiling means hello. Whoa, standing in that door, please don't go. Oh, 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 oh. I am your voice. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Yo soy tu voz. Your music taste is fabulous, like the Beatles, the Doors, the Google Dolls, Alanis Morissette. I had a cassette in my closet. Yeah, I learned the color of love. That smiling means hello. Standing in the door, please don't go. I learned the color of love. That smiling means hello. Standing in that door, please don't go. Oh, 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 oh. I am your voice. Oh, 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 oh. Yo soy tu voz, yo soy tu voz, yo soy tu voz, solo necesito que me mires aquí un ratito, que me digas con tu mirada, si tienes miedo no pasa nada, aquí estoy para cuidarte y paisajes enseñarte. Me gusta verte sonreír y qué suerte tenerte aquí. Oh, 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 oh. I am your voice. Oh, 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 oh. Yo soy tu voz, yo soy tu voz, tu voz.
Wow, that was awesome. I loved it. Oh, how special was that?
Thank you so much.
My
I'm gonna
God,
cry.
those lyrics were, and then me mataste when you started saying them in Spanish. Oh my God, that was like
Oh,
it hit home even further.
thank you so
that
much.
was absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, how
Thank you so much.
awesome! How you decipher his smile and what it means and standing. Oh my God, just the whole thing. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's just a reflection of our love, I think.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then in Spanish, for those who don't command Spanish, when you say just sit with me and look at me so I can
Mhm.
see what you're trying to tell me. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Thank you for listening to the words. It
Oh,
means a
oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's everything,
lot.
you know? So that
Thank
was
you so much.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Listen, I'm a
Oh, thank you.
fan. I'm a
Oh,
fan.
linda.
I'm sure everybody that's tuning in to this episode of I Have Something to Say, and you have a lot to say, porque tú eres su voz, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are his voice. I think this is really like huge, right? Like a
Thank
big,
you.
big
Yes. And I,
undertaking. And yes, you're absolutely right. To all those people that said this is not going to be easy, right? But it doesn't mean you don't do it, right?
yes.
If
Of
it's
course,
something
and follow
difficult,
your own heart, because even the people who told me that are people who love me. So even
yes,
though people love you, even if people love you, nobody knows what's your purpose rather than only you.
yeah,
Only you know what's inside you. So if you have that voice that is telling you something, follow your voice, because
yeah,
nobody knows what's best for you, just only you.
yeah,
And yeah, so even for music, let me tell you, someone that really loves me told me, "You're not gonna be the next Celine Dion," and I was like, "Okay, but I love it. I love to play and I love to sing,
yes,
and I like my own
exactly.
style, and
And like, and
whoever
so what?
likes
Who
it,
cares, right?
good. Whoever
Exactly.
doesn't like it, it's okay. Nobody.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not for everyone to like me or to
yeah,
like you. It's for the people who want to connect with what you're doing. It's for those
yeah,
people. There's always
yeah,
gonna be people who like things and not who are vibrating at that level. Whoever is
yeah,
vibrating at this level where I am,
yeah,
welcome and thank you. And whoever's not, perfect. It's fine. Go your
yeah,
own way, and that's it. You know.
yeah,
Um.
yeah.
So that's
And
why.
if you change your mind, we'll be here.
And if you change your mind, we're here, and I'm always gonna have my
Yeah,
open arms for you. You know.
that's
But
awesome.
it's crazy
Beautiful.
sometimes, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank
Oh,
you really
thank
for
you.
your
Thank you. This
space.
was such a treat. It's such an honor. And I'm so inspired right now. It's like, I feel, okay, come on, let's go. Come on, Patricia. We're going to go change the world. I feel like,
Oh my God, let's do it. Let's go right now.
let's go right now. Vamos. Let's just do this, right?
Vámonos.
It
Me
was so
encanta.
great to meet
Gracias.
you. And I'm going to tune in on the
Likewise.
21st.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this on the 21st. And I want to also, well, we'll connect afterwards because I want you to come and
Yes,
I'll introduce you to some people here locally in
for
Orlando,
sure.
to make this
Awesome.
vision that you have become a reality sooner rather than later.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes,
Yes, thank you so
absolutely.
much.
So great to meet you. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
everything.
This concludes this episode of I Have Something to Say. We want to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. We're on Spotify and iTunes as well. There's more to come next week. And remember, if you have something to say, it's time to speak up.